when I first came to Sydney, it was a much rougher area than it is now. There was absolutely no nightlife. If you walk the streets after dark, the police would pull you over. But just walking down the street.
My grandma said it was a ghetto when she was growing up, and you'd never drive through Newtown. Never. Now lots of people drive through Newtown. It's really annoying.
It was definitely all punks and bike drivers and ravers and students and ferals. It was cool, you know. That's definitely been cleaned up, taken away.
It was really colourful, really colourful back then, and over the past few years it's changed. Like, you know, you don't see that anymore. Like, it's just becoming more of a family-orientated place, I think. And I would even go as far as to say it's less interesting.
I've always liked that fact about Newtown, that it has attracted diversity.
Actually, the first time I came to Newtown, it was 44 years ago. That's history for you. And it was not as much trendy like you see today with all the restaurants and all these clothing shops, and some people pretend to be artists, but they're not.
Mainstream people come into Newtown, and you know, it never used to be like that. You know, it used to be full of punks and skinheads, and it used to be a really rough part of Newtown, and now everyone's coming here because it's cool.
In the past, around here, we got rid of a McDonald's. A fucking McDonald's. It's like one of the only places in the fucking whole world where a McDonald's is closed down through a fucking boycott, and now there's a Fitness First and a fucking Gloria Jeans that's been here for like, what, 5 years?
They've all decided Newtown's the new it place, and they're all like flocking this way.
Bottle that up with cuteness. Right, so what would you like to know?
Yeah, there's like heaps of like recent arrivals.
Oh, the tourists. Yeah, they're funny. They're not half funny.
The weekend to see all the tourists coming. Tourists. The ones from, not from Newtown. Oh, you can just tell. Well, the ones not from Newtown.
Now it's just full of yuppie scum. Three-wheel prams and all these super rich people trying to be bohemian and cool, and what they're doing is actually pushing out all the bohemian cool people.
I'm from Bathurst beforehand, and I was moving in with my... That's alright. Sorry, it's okay.
Really get upset about how it's been changing in the way of just heaps of yuppies are coming in, trying to change the whole thing. I mean, they still want to come here for the whole alternative scene, but then they're just sort of like, oh, a little bit still, they don't really get it.
Oh, that's like also like yuppies moving in and stuff. I guess everyone has a problem with that though. Just people that change the character of a neighborhood. Most of the time, like they like move in because they like the like down and dirty sort of shit, and then like, but then being there like changes that and removes that.
You know, you got your Newtown people, but you can still tell the people that don't live here. Well, I think they don't live here. Maybe you know what I mean? Like, thanks.
They're all just moving here because they want to be bohos, and then they go down to Fitness fucking First. That's not fucking boho.
About a month ago, I was on King Street with Luke and Austin, and we walked past this group of people who had got off a tour bus going on an artist tour of Newtown, and she stopped out the front of the place with the lips and was like, that's a warehouse. A lot of people in Newtown live in warehouses, creative people, they make art and so on. And then they moved on, kept walking, and I just think that's really funny.
Destroying the shops, and just going to pubs and making fights, and just, yeah, making it really, really unsafe as well at night time. And these are usually the outsiders.
More people coming on the weekends and at night time, and more Sydney Uni College kids partying at all the loser bars and pubs.
Quite noisy now, just the traffic, I guess.
A lot of new like units and that sort of thing going on.
Apparently the number one demographic of people moving into Newtown is people who are buying their first home and...
There's a lot more people moving here. The shops have changed as well. They're getting a bit more mainstream, especially up this this end. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's been a great change.
The shops and businesses that are around, that they're targeted to a different audience, looking a little bit trendier.
We've been around officially in Newtown 5 months, so we're babies on the block.
Well, they can afford to live here, so good on them, you know. I wish I could afford to live here more. It's just more families moved into the areas, millionaires. It's finding it harder to sell my poems too, because I sell my poems on the street in Newtown. I find it harder. People don't buy it, you know. You got to pull an arm and a leg to get to sell a poem, you know.
This used to be an area where the housing was fairly cheap. Lots of people could come here and live. What's happened is, because of gentrification, a lot of people who made Newtown what it is are now forced to move out of Newtown because basically they've priced everyone out of the market to live here. And a lot of people come into an area like this and they go, oh, it's alive, it's active, and then they basically move in and they go, well, no, can you stop your noise after 11 o'clock now?
I remember when I first moved to Newtown, it was like, I don't know, I moved to a place on Church Street, it was like $80 a week. And now, I don't know, you can't even get a place here that's like under 150 these days. So yeah, so now I'm in Marrickville, which is a lot less intense and can actually afford to live a life that I feel that Newtown used to be about. But if you actually want to live that life, you can't afford to live here anymore. So
the poorer people can't afford to live here anymore, so it's forced a lot of the character out of Newtown, out of Newtown, you know. Before you used to have the ferals and all the cool people live in Newtown. Now it's just changed so much.
Can't afford to live here anymore because they're coming in with this so much money and it's disgusting, and all the places are becoming so nice, so bougie and flashy and fancy, and it's disgusting.
All in all, you've got a nice mix. Uni students and young couples and families, so it's really nice. Nice place to be.
Let me have a think. Well, I like the vibrancy of the young, young people living in the area.
It's actually lost all of that, which has made Newtown so unique.
Our first step was to actually move into an area where we knew that we'd get local support, and basically this was a prime example. Moved in. They're fashionable, but they're ethical at the same time, and that's part of the reason why we chose this location. Okay, so you've got prime examples of basically our labels state that we're all Australian made, handmade, everything is handmade, like right down labels to tagging of our bags.
I've been living here for 15 years, and I'm having a shop, baby shop. It's all handmade. I design and made most of the stuff myself. In Newtown, we have a workshop in Newtown.
I'd say the one thing I love about the area is the people. I love all of our customers, all the locals, they're great. The one thing I probably don't like about the area is perhaps the crime rate. Probably a little higher than I'd like, but it's getting better with the amount of junkies that we've noticed on the street and stuff, but that's definitely getting better.
You don't choose an area to live in because of its essential character and then argue that essential character is something that should be dismissed.
I think they need to respect, the locals here, and I think that's not valued enough.
Let's call a spade, they're losers. And they don't belong here.
So what are you up to these days? You're not
No,
a shop or anything? No.
Yeah, I'm just doing the markets and online.
Oh yeah, which markets?
Glebe and
good.
motorbike rallies, which is good. Thanks, Ed. Oh, thank you.
I think it's a place where I could walk and be proud of the place where I live too.
It really feels like home.
It's probably the best place that I've lived. I don't think I'd want to live anywhere else. I mean, I love Newtown.
I love Newtown because it's my hometown.
I still really love it, but it's really devastating.
At the end of the day, I still love Newtown the way it is, and we're going to fight for it back.
That's Newtown for you. St. Peter's is the new Newtown.
Yeah, oh, very cool.